Empire build.
Yeah.
Right, so obviously we're in the workstation. Most of you played Fallout 4 before. If you haven't, then there's a lot you'll find out about the settlement system. I'm just going to go in settlement now. A lot of water. Now I say, okay, and quite a lot of food. So we'll go and start here. With some of your settlements, like Sanctuary, what you should do is build enough. Once that's done, if you have these skills, so I'm going to quickly get up the skills menu, or the perks menu as it's called, perks chart. You want to have level 7 charisma. Higher just means you can trade better, by the way. Good deal of caps, level 2 caps I think, let's go down. Yeah, level 2 caps, and you can get some good vendors. Also pick up the local leader, which requires level 7 charisma, and scrapper here, okay. Now I said earlier that in the description, the higher your level in Fallout in general, the better this system, this method will work for you. And that's just because you can get loads more salvage material later on. Now we're still back here, so set up your, let's assume you're a high level player, okay, not just a starting player, and so you can do everything we're talking about here. So you'd set up your high level stores. Let me just get it up on the old start menu. Stores, trader, and you build your level 3 stores. You see requires rank 2 cap collector, local leader. You put that up, and you assign a person to it, and now you've got someone to sell you stuff, and you've got cap strike. You also have your recruitment radio beacon, so more people will turn up here. Of course, you're still going to send people here from other places. Now, once you've got your shops down, you've got your food down, we'll start getting down to what really earns you the caps here. And that, my dear friends, okay, is this. Our water collection. Alright? Now, we're in the capital. We're not in the capital wasteland anymore, where the Brotherhood of Steel can supply you on tap with all the water you need. No, we are in the Commonwealth. Water is still our higher produce. So, supply and demand schematics. We build a crap ton of power stations here, also known as generators, and we stick in a crap ton of water purifiers. Now obviously not all of these are hooked up yet, but you know they will be. Anyway, the importance of this is the more water you produce. I'm going to just explain this quickly. With food production, for so many food you have over the amount of people you have, so in this case I have 24 food being produced, 16 people, that means in my workshop every so often there will be 8 new pieces of fruit added. That is awesome, but after a while it caps at about the same amount as food you produce. So since I produce 24 food, that means that the amount of, say, mutafruit that turns up in my workshop may cap off at 24. It may get higher, may get lower, you know, never really certain. Water. Water is a very different story. Now, purified water, that just gathers and gathers and gathers and collects and collects and collects in your workshop. This is great because it means you can go off, do some random missions, and the water's still stockpiling right there. So when you come back, you can be in the green. Okay, so you get that water stockpile in your building. Now, that's your caps, basically. If you look at it, 430 bottles of water. I can tell you now, real world prices. Let's assume we're trading with our level 3 local leader, 10 charisma and all the rest of it. That's about 15,000 caps, alright? From doing nothing. From just having power and water. Now, next stage. You've got the water. I'm just going to travel to my specialized setup island, because obviously some settlements are better made for being your water production islands. So on Spectacle Island, this is a massive expanse. If you wanted to be farmland, this could easily be one of your massive farmlands. Nothing comes out here. You scare the Murlocs away. No one is going to come hunting here. And that's reached the point where You know, I've even set up a crap ton of security around the island. Nothing's coming. You know, nothing's going to attack this base of operations. Oh, something has attacked this base of operations. That is surprisingly ironic, but I think it might have just been like a drill. I can't believe who would be idiotic enough. Now I'm just going to point out why this is stupid to attack this island. Look at that defense, okay? I've got 818. That is a lot of turrets all over this goddamn island. If no one's going to attack, they're morons. Now this is my fully kitted out water purification island, okay? Well, look at all those power generators. Look at that. Look at that. It just keeps going, okay? Just keeps going, and now it stops. But this hooks up to water purifiers, which encircle the entire island, alright? Look up in the corner how much water... Wait, what the hell? Why am I producing 21 water? What's going on? What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on? Why are these not working? What the... Who cut my water supply? What the... No. No. Bad machines. Bad machines. Generate it all again. There we go. Okay. Slight teething problem there. Anyway, we're back to full power. As you can see, I produce over 1,000. I'm going to say gallons of water here. This is literally my Saudi Arabia. And how much does that get you back? Well, I kind of go around here cycle, so I don't know how much is still in here. There might be like none, but we'll see very shortly. Water. Oh, it's only produced 164. It must have been like a couple of minutes. But yeah, that's like 5 minutes worth. And that is a couple of thousand caps. There we go. Just 165 of those. Now imagine I come back here after a good 30 minutes. We're looking at 2,000 bottles. Easy. That's 40,000. Amazing amount. Now obviously, that's just one island. If you want the best setup so that you can have constant resources... What? Oh, that's a load of crap. Anyway, so have every single one of your settlements dedicated to a different thing. So I'm just going to point this out by going 10 pennies. So obviously Spectacle Island is our water generating island, right? Other settlements like Taffington Boathouse and North Beach, I think, those kind of places, they're set up so that they have a large body of water very close by. Just stick a lot of water purification machines in there. I recommend the highest level ones because they produce for 5 power 40 bottles of water each, so you can stick a lot of them down. We'll see you in a moment, group. So you stick a lot of them down, and obviously you can generate a lot of water. Over here, oh, there's something always out there. I've obviously set up this one. This originally had a load of potatoes. Now it has a lot of potatoes. So basically you can set up certain settlements. So any settlements that don't have water readily available, just give them enough water for the people to be alright. You know, stick it full of people. And then start having them produce your food. Alright, so have them specialise. Have one place that does potatoes, one place that does mutafruits, one place that does corn, one that does razor fruit, you know, you get where I'm going with this. And then for your others, if you're a bit bored, make places that have a variety. Obviously, we've got level 2, what do you call it, local leader perk, which means everywhere is interconnected. So those thousands of bottles of water we're producing on the Spectral Island, I can utilise that anywhere else. But here's the other aspect, okay? Now this is, I did this more once I left the Commonwealth. But let's go find somewhere that's fairly open so I can start demonstrating. Let's go to the slog, alright? So the next aspect is, now you know water is your main caps profiteering area. That's what will get you your unlimited caps. Just set up the machines, set up the power, you make caps, buy more resources, build more stuff. It's just an ongoing cycle of profiteering. Now how do we get the resources? Alright, so you saw earlier I put those shops into place. Well obviously, if I go to one of my big water production facilities, I go into the workshop, I get out 2,000 bottles of water, I'm already overcumbered. I fly over to anyone. Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
Jack Cabot, thank you. So I fly over to any one of my other settlements, like this log here. And I would go over to one of my stores. Obviously, they're closed right now. And you go to weapons or armor, you know, clear all of the general store items that are junk. Trade them a crap ton of your purified water. Weapons and armor, same deal. Get yourself a lot of the decent weapons, the weapons that have been upgraded. Same with the armor. The armor that has been modified in some way. Buy that stuff, pay in your water purifiers. Now I'll tell you why that's important. Since someone's died outside, we can go claim their weapon and I will demonstrate. Hopefully it's someone from Forged or something. You know, and then it'll be easier. Yeah, it looks like the Forged's taken a pound. Oh, hello, Trash Can Carla. Actually, you might be a good example. Alright, so.
Need to pick something up?
Yes. Yes, I do. I need to demonstrate our trading system. So obviously I've spoken about the water. You know, if all you were looking for was how to generate money more effectively, I've already tapped her up here, then you should probably, you know, come off now. If you want to find out our other little tips and tricks, keep in. So obviously, copper is a rare item to come by. And might be a little hard here, but basically any pipe-related weapons, pipe pistol, all that has been modified, should have a good deal of copper in it, like 2 to 5. Now we're just going to trade off some of our purified water. See that? About 300 of them, and it's worth about 5,000, almost 5,000 caps. And that has paid for these. Now, normally you'd want to take in that transaction some of her caps as well, or whoever the trader, so that you build up a good deal of caps as well, because you may need those, especially if you've run out of water to sell and you still desperately need pieces. Okay, so now you set up your weapons and armor bench. This is where Scrapper comes in. So we're going to go on to the weapons bench in this case. So you got an assault rifle. By the way, I'm level 3 Scrapper, so see how much an assault rifle gives me. 11 screws, that so much steel. That's very useful when you burn your barriers later. Now, not so many from here, from the pipe pistols, but still, it's a good deal, I'm going to see if I've got anything knocking about in the workshop itself that may be of a higher value that I can just scrap for you to demonstrate. If not, we're moving on to the next place. Okay. I'll go with the minigun. Should scrap well. Just so you know, stuff like miniguns, fat mans, sledgehammers ain't so great. You know, they don't scrap for a lot. Let's see. So this gives me, yeah, see, like it gives me nothing. So I'm just going to put that back. You know, it's not that. In that case, it's not worth the money. Some are worth the money. Okay. So anyway, we're talking about it. So I said you want to set up your builds. So island special, so some of your places, if they don't have a lot of water, see here, I've also done the same thing, put as many water purifiers as I can down here, powered them, right, because there's water there. Otherwise, you want your fruit growing, and this is important because cooking stations, do we have any cooking, oh, yeah, everyone else, by the way, working on these, lovely, these are actually packed out today. When you go to cooking stations, there's an option to make utility. Actually, this might be good at Coastal Cottage. I think I have a cooking station. No, I'll just go to the King's. King's has one. Wrong house. Where is King's? King's Lighthouse is here. King's Fort Lighthouse. So, you get yourself the food. Alright, that's our first point. You get the food stocked out. That's probably the easiest thing to set up because all you need is a tree and people. Start producing some fruit. That'll get you stuff like starch, which is asbestos, means saves you money. You can produce stuff kind of on tap. The water allows you to buy the caps. Other things, security. So you're going to need a lot of random material. You're going to get most of that from Scrapper, but obviously you've now got the water, purified water, and a lot of it, so you can use that to just buy bulk from people all across the wasteland once you know where they are.
Huh?
So fairly straightforward there. As you see, this is my 100% place, so you know, loads of clinics. Everyone has a job, and this is important. If you want 100%, by the way, no one points this out, but You need to get everyone employed, loads of clinics, you know, get a load of happiness shops, and get security up so it's over like 3 times your food, water, and population combined. As you can see there, 1,500 bottles of water all across this wasteland. You know, a load of corn, quite a bit of mutafruit, no potatoes. Why do I always have no potatoes? I feel like there's something wrong with this game, you know. It's not like I don't grow them. But anyway, your utility stuff, that will get you the starch. You want to be using chemistry stations. Now, this is where I'm going to explain to you how you're going to be making the XP side of this little store. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Oh, that's brilliant, I can't see anything. Okay, so we'll go on to crafting, right? And we're going to craft a chemistry station, okay? So why this is useful? Well, you're about to see why it's useful. Actually, so a chemistry station, you know what you can produce. Drugs, alright? Now, I'm not saying drug dealing in real life is a good career, but we're in the capital wasteland. Drugs is, you know, everyone does drugs, okay? It's drug dealing is fine. Right, so as you see, I've got a lot of fertilizer and a lot of plastic. 1 plastic, 2 fertilizers, I've got 3,000. Jet is worth 50 each. You sell it for about 40, alright? So you can just sit here, spam it, spam it. Okay, I'm only getting 3 XP, but there you go, that's how much you should be getting. About 20, 40, 50, depends on your level, right? And I can sit here until I've done about 1,000 jet. That's a lot of XP. That's how you're going to be leveling up for the most part. And again, that jet, very useful, because you can just sell all that stuff on, just like the purified water, and reap back the caps, reap back the resources, build more water purification places. You know, so now you've got the XP, now you've got the money procurement side. The resources comes from you scrapping items, alright? So obviously I spoke about setting up stores to get the scrapping items from. You want to know, of course, where do we get the plastic from? Where do we get the fertilizer? Well, plastic, well, you're going to get that when you purchase from your general stores any kind of scrap. But where do we get the fertilizer from? So it's on tap. Now I'm going to just travel over to another one of our lovely settlements. Do you enjoy traveling, my friends? I mean, I enjoy it right now. But we'll travel over to one of ours. Where is it? I really cannot understand traveling on this thing. There it is, Murkwater construction site. Hopefully we're going to turn up and it's going to be daytime today. Alright, so we've got our caps. You know, making fruit and all that, you know, fairly easy. You just stick in the ground, it grows. Right. Water, as I've shown you, fairly easy. Just needs higher levels to be able to produce better kind of water purification. If it's in the beginning and you can't produce the 40s, I'll just say make a load of those level 3 pump things, because you don't need people to man them. They'll produce water even if there's just one guy there, you know. I am sorry, Group Mana. You've had to fight for yourself. I'll tell you what, we'll load that back up and then we'll go save Group Mana. Right? Yeah, we'll go back and we'll just save Group Mana. You might be seeing a black screen now, that's because we're, you know, loading it back. Yes. Anyway, so you produce the water, you produce your jet, your drugs. Right? On how to produce the jet, plastic, you're going to have to buy that from junk stores or collect it yourself. Plastic is pretty readily available all across the wasteland. You will not have any problems getting plastic. And if you have people manning loads and loads of those like random miscellaneous generate, you know, like the thing I showed you, I just set it up. I'm going to actually show you how to get it up, just so you know what it is once this loads up. You know, oh, it's a nice picture of a bed. Maybe it's quite late, guys. Maybe you should consider like going in for the... Okay, so we're back in, alright. I'll just quickly show this, and then we'll go over to Group Mana, give them a hand, and I'll push through the next aspect. So, to get it up, you go on resources. It's not water, it's not food, it's not the money-making water. That's what you want, by the way, water purifier. See that? Only 1 level science. Pick up science. We're going to need that, I guess. Otherwise, you can make a load of these. See what you need, your items. Oil. If you want oil, I'll show you a little later how we get oil. Ceramic you'll need, rubber you'll need, copper you'll need, steel you know. Copper will be probably the thing you're in the shortest supply. I mean, look at me, I'm low on copper as usual. Got like 10k steel from scrapping weapons, same cloth. Food, you always have loads of food, you know, once you start, well, apart from razors it seems, but once you start sticking it in, you've got it. This is what you need. A scavenging station. Now, a scavenging station, for those who do not know, where have I just put my controller? That is weird, my screen is threatening to turn off if I do not somehow save it by finding where I have abandoned my controller. Oh, that is not great. That is not great, I will not lie. Ah, there it is. Underneath paperwork. Okay. So, we're moving on to the next place. So that's how you get up your scavenger station. Set your people to deal with it. Why do I have 26 people? I do not know. It should cap at 25. Maybe my charisma. Oh, I picked up the charisma bobblehead. So that guy's now unemployed. He's just taken me down to 98%. Right, so you find that other guy. This is why you should update Fallout, because then it starts to tell you if people have jobs. Now, we're meant to be over to Group Banner and giving these guys a hand with their overpopulation issues. Just so you know, Group Banner, I've put up a load of missile defense turrets dotted all around this place. They're going to live through whatever the hell's attacking them. Anyway, so you put up your water. Get that running. Put your food up. Get that running. Start your drug creation to get your experience. I recommend first the scavenging station. Set a load of those up in all across, you know, once you get over about 10 or 12 people in your settlement, you've got, you know, you don't want to produce a lot of food, really. Kill it all. Actually, that's quite good. We can go get the weapons from them. Where are they attacking from? We'll finish them off with old reliable here. Oh shit. Where's this dodgy ass sergeant? Oh, well, you may not live through this, Swallow. But anyway, there you go. Oh, I'm taking quite a bit of damage. There you go. He's got a couple of things that are modified. See, that's great. Plasma gun, that's good. We'll take that. I'll leave the rest of that because none of that's modded. Where's his other thing? He's hiding behind my wall. No wonder our guys aren't getting it. Right. I'll take your paper. That just gave us probably some steel cloth. Who else has died? Dying. Plant. Okay, so someone else is dead. Oh, throws a bit there. I did. Who's this one who's gonna die? Oh, already dead. Okay, so yeah, that's it. We'll sell that. I have no value. Yeah, so you pick up anything that can be modified that they've got. Because the more it can be modified, the more it can, the better the gear you get when it's scrapped. Are there seriously still more people out there? Good to whoever it is. I deal with other stuff. So we'll demonstrate using Crude Manor. We've got weapon station. Seriously? There's still people dying. What? What the hell is being attacked now? What the? That was a... Wait. What? Why did they do that? Why? Just so anyone who didn't realise knows. Hey, my guys, I think just shot down a Brotherhood of Steel ship by accident. Well, so just kill Brotherhood of Steel people. Well, let's not leave them to waste, right? Shouldn't waste Brotherhood of Steel. That would... I always thought it was weird. Brotherhood of Steel, and all they got is the bloody power armor, and nothing else on them is Heinz steel. That's that useful for scrapping. We can't even scrap Brotherhood of Steel armor, which clearly has a lot of steel on it. Anyway, so we're trying to... Oh. Hello. I'll just take that anyway. I'll sell it. Alright, so... we've got a lot of scrap. We've just collected a lot of guns, a lot of other stuff. Oh, I'll take all your armor actually, since I have it. This is where it's important. Oh, by the way, I've just built this stuff. It's probably a good idea to, you know, build defenses around your stations, around these places, because obviously if your food is protected, the more water your settlements are producing, the more food your settlements are producing, the more likely they are to be attacked. The higher your defenses, less likely they are to be attacked. I mean, the defenses here is 109, but if I made that like 200, there'll be no more attacks here. So we go to the weapon station. I've obviously got, as I said, level 3 scrapper. Now look what I get from one automatic laser rifle scrapping it. See? 7 plastic, circuit, fiber optics, crystal. All this can be used if you wanted to make yourself some random turrets for defense. Here you go, automatic plasma. Again, same kind of stuff. Alright. We also have some laser pistols. You know, again, plastic. Now this is the motherload here, the calibrated powerful assault rifle, okay? So anything like this, you're probably going to get it when you're a higher level, which is really heavily modded. Look at all that aluminium, or guys, okay? 26, you are not going to want for... That is one of the rarest items in this game. And thanks to our friend Scrapper, you know, it's probably the most easily acquirable item now, because if you think about it, for every settlement we've just decked out to the nines with water, food, and to a sense security, they are now a target for high level powerful opponents who are going to come along with these decent weapons, which we're going to scrap and get a lot of resources out of quite easily. Okay, there we go again. I'm just going to keep going, try and scrap. I think that's all the weapons we picked up today from them. Where is the armor bench? Here it is. So this is just to show you again. It's not quite as good to get the armor, because armor, when you scrap it, you don't get quite as many items. It's just like leather and all that. You still get a bit of items, but I don't think it's worth it. Not at all. So you stick with weapons mainly for scrapping. And then, obviously, you can deck out the legendaries you've just gotten. So you get your water, you scrap the weapons, and you make your jet. Now, I was obviously explaining how we're going to be making the jet. So fertilizer, not a lot of people know this. So you are going to become not a lot of people. Is it on a miscellaneous? Yes. So you see this Brahmin feed troughs, okay? Very easy to make. Just need ceramic and steel. That is literally in abundance everywhere. Stick down a few of these. You leave. You come back. Those will attract Brahmin. Now Brahmin are cows. Brahmin have to go to the toilet sometimes. Brahmin go to the toilet. It produces for you a lot of fertilizer. Now if you have so many Brahmin in, and that is just like the water, untapped. So you leave your Brahmin alone in all of your various settlements. Have enough troughs set up for a load of them. Brahmin turn up. You get, because you get one Brahmin roughly for every trough you have. See, there's a Brahmin there. They're unassigned, but you know, who cares? They'll make you the fertilizer. You get the plastic already from trading with your general stores. You get the water purified from your water purification places. And it's a full cycle. You just buy more, build more, buy more, build more. Right? You don't even really need to go out and do that much fighting. You just need to find places. And if you feel like, and if it's kind of the start of the game, you're low on resources, you're not strong enough maybe to go and start doing proper raids to pick up a lot of stuff, your best bet, settlements. Go to the settlements, do whatever quests to gain power over the settlements, or convince them to let you in, whatever you do, get the settlements, and then once you're there, we're going to go travel over to Abernathy. Just go in, scrap everything, because as you scrap it, you're going to get loads of gear. It doesn't matter so much if in the beginning this means you're not getting as much scrap, as many resources as you could have done if you scrapped it later on, because of course you're going to get that all back when you start scrapping weapons and you're level 3 scrapper, level 40. So just scrap as many things as you don't really need. Keep maybe the big houses, usually you can't scrap those anyway, but clear them out of stuff. Just stick a load of beds, no one cares, stick a load of beds in the house. I'll demonstrate with Abernathy. Okay, so Abernathy, I've set it up so it makes loads of potatoes. It's heavily protected in the sense it's walled all the way around, 2 layers of walls. We've got Mutafruit. We've got potatoes. Obviously, I've done the Automatron DLC, so I'm having Automatrons also working on the food, you know, because I'm lazy. But yeah, have it all set up, have your humans doing whatever humans do, maybe have them doing work, and then inside, you remove much of the stuff and just replace the indoors with beds, so that you can have people living there. Some of my other sort of layouts are, so, obviously, this is the Commonwealth Empire you have built. Right, so this is probably a little bit later in the settlements where it provides all around. So it has water, you know, set up. It has all the different types of food, and that's just so you can produce more of every item, so that when you go out to other settlements, you can sort of specialize. Now, you may call this the federal system, you know, classy, Minutemen styled federal system, where we do just like, I think there's an economics ideal behind this. I don't know what the ideal is, but it basically, I can't remember now, but it was the idea that if you make certain areas specialize, they will have an advantage over others. Do what you are best at. It was something along these lines was what they implied. Oh, I'll have to go to Slog later. But anyway, we'll go to Longfellow. Only 7 people here. Terrible. But Longfellow's cabin is an island. Alright, I've done Automatron, so obviously it was very dangerous to link up the Commonwealth with some of these islands. You can't take a risk of sending a provisioner who's fairly normal and then get attacked by the kind of crap that is in Far Harbour, such as, I don't know, fog crawlers and all that, which will literally rip them in half. Now, this is not really that important, but this is the sort of robots I sent out. I can't trust humans, so I sent out Mad Max here. Sentry bots, Robo-Brains. Robo-Brains because they're clever. They will do the correct route, they will fight correctly. Look at the bottom half. I've done them like a Mr. Handy. This is important.
Sure.
Because Mr. Handy's...
Personality subroutine activated.
Okay.
A pleasure to see you again, sir.
Bye, Mad Max. Why did I leave you as a woman? Anyway.
Actually, I'll be back later.
So,
very well, sir.
Set them up. With the Mr. Handy's lower half on your robot, they'll be able to fly around, they'll be able to get over a lot of obstacles, and they can go over water, which is quite important, so they might be able to make a more direct route. Set up your security coordinates all the way around. Obviously, we are dealing with Far Harbour here. So, here's the area. So, you want to make the money, you've got to secure your bases. You've got to have them producing water. I'm going to switch onto special. Oh, that has more space. I need to be producing water. I didn't know that. As you can see, 440 again being produced here. Every square inch I could stick water down in. I stuck water down in. You know, I secured it from the outside. Brahmin. When they eventually turn up, that is where they'll be eating. Hopefully. So water everywhere. This is what you want to do. It'll take time, of course, because you don't have all the resources. This is certainly long term. But Fallout is not a short-term game. You are going to want to try and complete this game. You want to play through it. So if you want to make your life easier, when you collect stuff, use it. Create the water. Create the food. Create the security. Create the defenses to protect your wealth, to protect your people. Right, look at this. I've built a mini trenches. This is the only way to get into this area. See that? How far you have to travel. Now at the end of it, on the other side, is a massive expanse before you get here. I went along and started demolishing all the trees on this island. You've got to know this. You noticed them when we were on Croup Manor earlier. Those trees stopped our defences from working effectively. Because they got in the way, they defended and protected those arseholes who were trying to steal our treasure. Which is our island. Instead, go on to our old friend. I've left these trees here because they're nice. But go on to our old friend, the workshop mode. Scrap all these trees. are blocking your way. Now you've got a lot of wood. Scrap everything, everything. Free up as much space as you can, then rebuild from the ground up. Build your food, so that some of your workers have something to do. Build your water. Build your power generators. Keep them hidden. You don't want these to be damaged during an attack, so you put them behind the wall. Build the walls, so that your enemies are forced to go one way, and that is to go the routes you have left open to them because they are guarded. Stick. Oh, hello. Stick on top of all your high places, your roofs, weapons. I'm going to demonstrate this more effectively in one of my other locations, which is... where did I stick them? Here, the National Park Visitor Centre. Over here I actually have built a couple of guard towers, and that is just because when things attack you, they're going to go and try and get straight into your house. Work out where, first off, is the auto kind of load up point. So you see here, I automatically spawn... well, I'm saying this, we haven't actually loaded it up yet. But you will automatically spawn into an area that's not too far away from your building. What you want to do is build your defences in front of that area. You don't want auto spawn area to be inside your defence area. I say this because if there is a random attack on your facility, most of the time they're going to be sent here. So in this case, you see what I've done? I've built walls all the way around. I've used the natural defences in existence, such as hedges that can't easily be gotten around. I've put in the stairs. Again, a second set of natural defences set up here. I've taken advantage of the hedges. I've put in walls. I've put in gated areas. So there's only one way to get in here now, and that is through this door. See these? Sentry turrets. I set them up. I use stairs to get up here. Just power it. Internal power generator. We've just got one base, another space on top, and then up there, our gun towers. I could actually remove this section. Oh, no I can't. Okay, I'll leave that there. Use sometimes the guns hold them in place. But anyway, I could... basically, this is set up, and it gives me a large height advantage. See how they're set out? If my enemy... imagine I'm an enemy running in. I run along. I've just been gunned down by a couple of laser turrets and a missile launcher turret. I move along, still getting gunned down, still getting gunned down, still getting... I get through the first area. Second set of turrets set up on the other side now lock onto me. Large open space. I'm forced to funnel myself over with my fellow allies. Gun down, gun down, gun down. Get on the other side. Still getting gunned down. No solutions. Okay, this is less well defended here, but we get past that. Oh no, random bot hiding around. He kills me. I get to the final door. What's this? 4 sets of heavy laser turrets. Okay, I'm just going to point out this hole in the wall kind of screws up my whole plan. But, let's assume that's not there. This was a brilliant plan of defense.
I'll be damned if
anyway, so, yeah, build your areas very defensively. Build them... If you want, set them up so that only really you as an ingenious character can get in by, say, jumping onto the ledge and then running along and jumping through the wall. You know, obviously NPCs won't be able to do that. You're clever, so you can. But set up your defences. Clear your areas, so nothing will stop you. Like in this case, I'll just go in there. You see the outskirts of my land? Go around, clear everything. Anything that can stop you, clear it. Now you've got loads of resources, loads of people, you've got your sizes, max. Start building stuff. Start putting, like, in your areas where you can't easily put down water. Put down a lot of food. Make that your food production facilities. In areas... ooh, a tent with weapons. I'll take those. See the importance, by the way, of why I said you should have it set so that you can find more ammunition? Ammunition, in a way, factors in stuff like frags, guns. That ammo, you can trade off. Alright, so... you can trade off, make a lot. Why is that glowing? It's not a glowing one, is it? Oh no, it's just like people. So, this will be understood again when we get to another one. This is another farmland, I think, up ahead. I control. But, you set up the food, you set up the water. Oh, for the love of... who put that many mines on the goddamn... arseholes? Anyway, so, you set up your water. You can trade that on. You set up your jet supplies. You can make that, get the experience, sell that on. You set up your, you know, start building all your facility. That gets you experience. You have the weapons in place. That guns everything down. That gets you, you know, with better facility.
I lost him.
What the it's on the other side! Why is nothing attacking this? Okay, watch how quickly this is a fog crawl, okay? We're doing nothing here, okay? And it's dealt with. Why is there a fog crawler? How did it get past my defences? There are literally defences. Where did it come in from? This is not right. What the? God damn it. I walk along and a fog crawler appears. I bet you it walked right through this area. So I set this up because last time this place was attacked, all those areas, everywhere else, cordoned off. I was walking along the beach, as you do. Fog crawler came along here and some anglers. Now, if you haven't got the Far Harbour DLC, you'll experience a lot of new things today. But all it is, I just built the stairs up, by the way, put the power down, put up my turrets. I built this after that event because they basically swarmed me, a lot of them this way, and it was me and my amazing guns versus, you know, and like a couple of these normal people versus the goddamn fog monsters. I had to drop workshops and quickly set up turrets, and then obviously I set this up to have a little bit more of a permanent defense against them. This, as you see, again, they've got to travel quite a distance. It's fairly clear they'll get wrecked. Up there, fog crawler you saw got wrecked. Those things are dangerous, alright? Saw how much it kind of took there in abuse-wise. Hermit crabs are even worse if you ever see one of those. This is scary if you run into these bastards. Anyway, so, yeah, I think that's pretty much covered it. I've said it so many times before. This broadcast, it's been my first one in... How long? How long has it really been? Over a year, That's probably why it's a little bit longer than normal. And we went all across the Commonwealth there, looking at our little settlements. And this year we ended up with me having created some different types of foods. And demonstrating, if you really want to build yours, now this is, you're obviously, you're a smarter guy than I. I've given you the guides, I've given you the idea. So that you can go back and when you build everything, you can build it all successfully. Just be smart. Learn from history. Build your sentry towers. Utilize your areas. Scavenge everything you can scavenge. Build yourself so you can utilize settlements as your primary areas. Through the settlements, you'll find this game becomes so much more easier. And all of that, you know, without having to fire around. I say that, but earlier obviously I killed quite a lot of gunners because they were hiding in trees. But you know, that's a side point. But yeah, that is basically my suggestion, my guide, the Catalyst Gamer here, gamers who's come back, how you can make the most of your settlement empire. Thank you for watching. So if you are interested, though, we, you know, kind of irregular with the video uploads, similarly it's almost annual, so don't worry about anyone filling up your boxes. If you do want to subscribe, you're welcome to. If you want to like this, thank you. Maybe leave some feedback at the bottom saying, you know, I think this was shit. You could have made it a lot shorter. You could have just said purified water, showed us a couple of places, shown us some amazing settlements rather than your crappy practical styled approach to building a settlement because you're not part of the PC Master Race, you know, something like that would be appreciated. I do love talking to people. Thank you for watching. I will also be doing a load of conspiracy episodes about this, so thank you for watching.